Hello, Mr. Alex. It's a pleasure to have you here today answering some of our spectator questions.
The pleasure is mine, of course.
Well, to start off this interview, what do you think about inequalities?
Well, inequalities is an issue that nowadays we have really present. Thanks to mass media, we're aware of all the inequalities around the world, and there's inequalities such as economic, racial, gender, and even social.
Um, what are we going to learn from the table turners?
Well, the table turners, its aim is to make people aware of all this long list of inequalities and give support to the SDG number 10 initiative by the United Nations and try to improve as much as we can.
What will you focus on, or what is your role in the table turners?
Well, my aim as a table turner is to address inequalities and basically show how education can play a key role in solving them, or at least reducing them.
Um, how can it solve economic inequalities?
Well, the economic inequalities can be solved basically because we will, by educating the children, they will be more prepared to work. Things that maybe 50 years ago, people couldn't receive an education and they couldn't aim for a job that they really liked. And of course, that will increase the productivity by making people motivated and enjoying what they like to do.
Um, how about solving social inequalities?
Well, solving social inequalities is one of the main tasks the education can solve. For example, it will reduce child labor, it will lower crime, it will increase the awareness towards global issues, and people will aim for solutions. As well, it will get people off the streets and it makes people healthier, believe it or not.
How do you think it could solve gender inequalities?
Well, gender inequalities, this gender issue is one of the biggest and one of the main issues we have to stop. We have to show little kids, and through education, it's the best way that we're all equal, that nobody's better than anybody. And when it comes to gender, this is completely out of sense. And of course, it will end gender stereotypes we have created until the present. And of course, it will give people the equal opportunities to work at a workplace.
Anything else you would like to say before finishing off this interview?
Yeah, well, I would like to conclude this interview with a quote from Piaget that said the following: the principal goal of education is to create men and women who are capable of doing new things, not simply of repeating what other generations have done. People who are creative, inventive, and discoverers.
Thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you.